Hey, welcome back. Uh, just want to give my quick thoughts on today's games. Um, First and foremost, I want to go over the Commanders game. So this is the game I was telling you we had to win. We couldn't take a tie. Um, Made this smaller. So Heineke had probably the best game of the year, and it came in a tie. He was 27 for 41, 275 yards, two touchdowns, no picks. He was sacked 5 times, but I mean, Daniel Jones was sacked 4 times, not on him. Running game was pretty good. We had 165 of the team. Brian Robinson did his thing. What the hell? Shut up. Receiving, just he spread the ball all over the place. McLaurin had 105. Samuel had 63. Dalton 54. Gibson and Logan had 20, 15 from Robinson as well. Cam Sims only had a catch for -2 yards, so I guess it was some screen pass or something. Um, Pretty balanced attack. Uh, we did have a fumble we lost. Um, but other than that, I mean, offensively, we played a pretty good game. The last minute when we had to score and tie the game, um, that was the point in the game where I was looking. Shut the hell up. So let me mute this. Um, I don't know why we don't play like that all the time. With that kind of sense of urgency, we're pretty much unstoppable. As long as Heineke plays smart and gets the balls to our guys, we can do a lot of damage offensively. We wait till the very last part of the game to actually start getting aggressive offensively. It makes zero sense. We can do that every week. Now, luckily, we've been able to get 6 out of 7. It should have been 7 out of 8. Hell, we should be 8-0 the last 8 games. That Minnesota game still haunts me because we should have won. Should have won this one. That there was a questionable play call on second down in overtime when we were right there by field goal range, and he called a dive or something or a counter, and we lost 5 yards. And then we didn't convert. We had to punt, and then we had to play defense. And luckily, the Giants got it last, and they missed the field goal. So we have a bye next week, um, and then we play Giants again in 2 weeks in let's say DC, Laurel or Landover. Yeah, one of them, one of them places. Um, 'Cause I always forget if it's Landover or Laurel. Um, but yeah, man, this is a game we had to win because next week Giants have the Eagles, and the Eagles just beat up on the Titans. I don't think the Giants are all that good, so I'm expecting the Eagles to beat the mess out of the Giants, and we need to come back home off the bye and win. We can't come off the bye and lose because we're still in playoff. Because we would actually be in the playoffs right now if we'd have won this game, and the Giants would be on the outside. So we need to correct this, win this game, and get back on track, and then make this final what we at 12, 13. So this last 4 game stretch to get into the playoffs. On the other game is the Ravens. So y'all know, let's see, you're eating. Um, so Lamar got hurt, unfortunately. We don't know what the extent is, so we won't know. They'll probably make some kind of announcement sometime tomorrow, probably in the morning, early afternoon. They'll let us know what's up with him. and how long he's going to be out. Huntley played okay. He actually made a shoot with Huntley in the game. Our passing attack was actually much better than with Lamar in. Um, and Huntley is actually was actually out there running pretty well. He scored the last. He scored the game-winning touchdown on his legs. But to get to that point, he was pretty efficient through the air. He was 27 32, 187 yards, and one interception. I mean, it's not great, but it was enough to win. And he was very efficient. If you take away the interception, he was 27 to 31. And then this is the another interception on this trick play. I don't know why the receiver even. Why would you even throw this? Even you had to look downfield and see there was 4 men in that vicinity. Why would you throw this? This is crazy. But anyway, so we squeaked this out, and I think we have. I think we got the Steelers. Yeah, so we got the Steelers and Browns. So we got to go on the road. It's a little concerning because at least with Lamar, I'm actually maybe I'm not as concerned because I don't know if Huntley maybe with a full week or with the first team reps, he may be able to do something. Like I said, Steelers and Browns, they're on the road, but they're winnable games. Like unfortunately, if Lamar was to miss the rest of the season, I can see uh, Huntley, real talk, he could win these 4 games. If he relies on the running game, defense plays like they've been playing, I think we'd be okay. That Bengals game in Cincinnati was probably the only concern. Uh, I think Lamar has to be in for that. I don't think Huntley can win that game. We never. As of right now, we don't know. Like I said, if he goes on a streak and he's hot, I'll change my tune. But as of right now, I don't see that happening. Um, so Philly blew out the Titans. The Jets came up short against Minnesota. Detroit smashed Jacksonville. Green Bay. So remember, I don't know if you remember last week when they had lost Green Bay. I was like, if Green Bay don't win today against Chicago, the season's over. Now Green Bay, I think technically is like I don't think they're in the thing, but they do have the Rams and the Dolphins, Vikings Lions. So the Vikings Lions, like I said, I don't think they win those 2 games. So that right, so that'll be 5-10, and in these 2 games, the Bears, I mean the Rams and Dolphins. Uh, I don't know. The Dolphins look kind of weird today. Maybe, and then the Rams have a backup, so I think they'll squeak out another win, and then we'll see what happens with the Dolphins. It's in Miami, so they may bounce them back. But like the Vikings and Lions, the Vikings have been incredible, and the Lions have, they're kind of turning it up. So you never know, man. Right now, Detroit's in second place in the division. Um, they can make some noise, probably squeak in. Uh, let me see. Let me go to standings. So right now, let's go to the playoff picture. If we look at we look at NFC. So right now, Detroit is actually right behind Washington for eighth. Um, Detroit obviously has to win out and then some. We control our destiny. Seattle is in front of us right now. That's why this Giants game was so important because we would have flip flopped them. We'd be in 6, or maybe would we be in 6, or would we be in? We'd be 6 or 7. We'd be right here. We would be in the playoffs. You see right here though. After that, it's Detroit, Atlanta, Green Bay. So there's an outside chance that Green Bay could get in. I don't see it happening. Like I said, the last two games, I don't see them beating Detroit or Minnesota. But in the AFC right now, we're in third now because we won that game. Tennessee lost, they dropped. Um, Miami's in six. Jets are right there at the end in seven. But you still have New England. Now, there's a team that no one's really talking about, Vegas. Vegas still has a shot because they did beat LA today. They beat the Chargers today. Vegas has 5 games left. They have the Rams. I think that's Thursday night. Um, Rams, Patriots, Steelers, 49ers, Chiefs. It's a tough schedule, but I think they can pull something off. Maybe I think they have enough offense. They have more than enough offense to beat the Patriots. Defensively, I don't know. Can they stop the Patriots? Like I said, the Rams, they're just. I don't know if when what's that guy name Stafford. I don't know when he's coming back. Steelers have been a little, they've been on the uptick. It's going to be in Pittsburgh, but it'll be I can see them pulling that off. 49ers unfortunately lost Jimmy G. He broke his foot. He's done. I don't know if that's the end of the team because they put in, I forgot who they put in. Brock Purdy. They put him in. What happened? Did they get rid of that other guy? The guy everyone was talking about as the next guy to take over, and then they got add the Chiefs. Now this is very important because if they get to this point, this is a divisional game, but it's also the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the 1 seed right now. If the Chiefs continue to win, it's very possible they can get that 1 seed. Now they lost today, close one to the Bengals, but they got the Broncos, Texans, Seahawks, and Broncos, and then Raiders before that. I think if they focus up, they'll win out. They'll beat all these teams, and then that'll be 4 in a row. That'll put them at what 13-3, and it all depends on what Buffalo does. Buffalo has let's see what Buffalo has. They have Jets, Dolphins, Bears, Bengals, Patriots. So they have a little bit more of a tougher schedule because they still have 3 divisional games. That Bears, I would probably call that a win. And then you got the Bengals, which is a tough one. So they have a little bit of a tougher schedule. So I do see the Chiefs, if they focus up, I do see them getting that 1 seed. They'll have to bye. Now it also depends on how well the Buffalo does because it could come down to the end of the season. Now, if something happens, like I said, it all depends. If the Bills don't, I think if the Bills lose 2 games in this stretch, that last week I think the Chiefs could take off and like kind of rest up for that first round. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they'll play. I don't know. I don't know what to do. If it gets to that point, if they get that point, they know they're secure with a 1 seed. I think they'll kind of play the guys, but then they'll have a bye week. So I don't know. They won't play for 2 weeks after week 18. So I don't know. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on what's happening with the playoffs and all that, and in the games. Cleveland won. They beat the Houston. Seattle beat the Rams. So I mean, we see what's going on. And then Indy. So Indy, oh my gosh. So I watched that game. Indianapolis. I don't know what happened. It was 14. It was 19-21 with like 4 minutes left in the third, and they never scored again. But Dallas ended up on 33 points in like a quarter. I'm like, what? How many points did they score in that? How How many points did they score? They scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. What the hell? Like it was a close game. It was. I thought they were going to challenge them, and then I don't. Matt Ryan went crazy. He threw three. I thought he threw four. He threw three. He threw so many ridiculous passes to the other team. Um, and I think there was a fumble. Somebody had a fumble. They had two fumbles, and I think that was all in the second half. All them that was all in the second half. I don't know what happened. They fell apart, and they ended up going 50 points. I'm like, what in the world's going on? It was just like a calamity of errors. Is that what it's called? Um, Something like that. I'm like, man, this is foolishness. Um, but yeah, I mean, Dallas won't win the division. Like I said, I don't see ain't nobody beating the Eagles right now. They're playing too well. Dallas has a tendency to bump it up um, when the going gets tough. You know what I'm saying? What does Dallas have? Dallas has. I know they have us at the end, but they have the Texans. I don't see, even though I don't like them, I don't see them falling apart against the Texans. In Jacksonville, maybe. Uh, Jacksonville got spanked, but I mean they got a little bit of something going on. They're not beating the Eagles. Titans is a toss up, and this is the game they're not beating us. But man, look at the standings, man. We should be right here, bro. We should be right here. Philly takes care of them next week. They drop down to 7 and they it drops down to 7-6. We be up here at 8-5. So we'd have that one. We'd have the one game on them, and then what happens with Dallas? Some foolishness could happen. We'd only be 2 games behind, but I mean, we'd be 2 games behind with 4 games left. You know what I'm saying? We would still have a chance to squeak up to this second spot because we still got to play and beat Dallas, which I think is possible. Now, if you told me at the beginning of the season will we be in this predicament, will we be in this? Oh my bad, that's the wrong thing. Now, if you told me at the beginning of the season, if we would be even with a chance to make the playoffs at this point, nah. When we were 1-5, 1-4, I was like, ugh, I don't think so, bro. And then we squeaked out the Bears, and I was like, okay, all right, that's one. And then we squeaked out the Packers, and then okay, that's two. All right, but we're still 2-4, or 3-4, whatever. And we beat the Colts. So I'm like, all right, bet. And in this game right here, we should have won. We shouldn't have had any. We shouldn't have had any losses since the Titans. We should still be rolling. It's like, sometimes you gotta win those games, man. Them games when you gotta win and you got the chance, the opportunity, you need to take them, and that didn't happen. Man, that's crazy. And then we have a bye week, so that's stuff that's gonna be on my mind for 2 weeks. And then we gotta win because we can't come out and lay an egg after a bye week. That doesn't make any sense. And then knowing what we got coming up, we got a beat up 49ers team and the Browns. Like I don't think people understand. We did have we could be possibly looking at a 10-11 game win streak if we have beat the Vikings. It would be a whole different discussion with the playoff race. We could have tied today and we still be in third place. No, I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get too upset about it. I mean, it's not a loss, but we do have to win because I mean we could have splitting the series would have been better. I wouldn't have liked it, but splitting the series is better than tying and then losing because you lose the tiebreaker that way. if it comes down to it. Man. All right, but anyway, I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there. We still got some light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So we still got a chance. Yeah. So those are my little recap of Sunday's events. Um, and what's tomorrow? The Monday night game, Saints and Bucks. Um, I really don't. Where to go? There you go, Saints and Bucks. Tampa Bay's gonna win because the Saints are just they don't know what they are. Brady's got a they gave what game I forgot what game it was, the Rams. That game they should have beat them. It'd have been like I think at that time they would have been like 3 and at that point they would have been like 3 and 6 or something. That would have been like a they would have been like further down in the rankings than they are now. But they've won a few games now and they're back in the playoff hunt. And it's when Brady's fighting for a playoff spot, he most of the time he'll get it. He actually gets it all the time. I don't think he's never missed a playoff other than that season he got hurt. All right, cool. I'm done. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.